During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always be aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news,
You're
guys.
hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Monday afternoon. Good to have everybody here with us. And what has turned into a media insurgency, and see, I just think is now just a plain insurgency.
It's just a regular, everyday, run-of-the-mill insurgency.
And now we just fire mortars and pray and hope it doesn't hit a hospital or a school. But hey, if it does,
we call it
no
the
problems.
Israel strategy.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah. Welcome aboard, guys. Mike Shilley, Royce Lopez, joining you. I'm exhausted. I don't want to work this week. I want to take.
You just want to bang on this drum all day?
Yeah, dude. This weekend was
you, man.
fucking stressful, man. I felt like the goddamn remember that scene in fucking Game of Thrones with a really terrible blonde woman who's terrible in the show, the dragon lady?
Oh, Khaleesi.
And everybody just keeps coming to her with like burnt goats and like dead kids and like all their problems. And
She's the worst ruler too on this show too. She's terrible.
But it just like it got where I just was so. By the time Sunday came, I was so emotionally worn out, and I had not spent any of Saturday doing anything for me. And then yesterday was even worse, and then even more people had even worse problems. And by the time I went to bed last night at 3 a.m., I realized that the entire weekend went by, and I had no me time. So
it's fucking
that's
terrible.
Fun. That's a fun thing to just have in your life. So I don't know, man.
That doesn't sound fun.
I think I need to just take a break, and I think it's coming soon. Not from this show or from my show, but like
from auxiliary stuff after the show.
I'm gonna cut everybody out
mean.
for like a couple of weeks because I'm not in a good headspace, and it's normally when I'm not in a good headspace, I'm like, oh man, it's because of my childhood or because of my substance abuse problem, whatever. This time, it's literally I'm just taking on so much shit that I'm now covered in shit. And I got to take a couple weeks to wash the shit off because everybody's just got bad news and I need, this. And I'm like, oh, So if I vanish next week, I don't want, because there's some people that get really angry. Like our crew's pretty cool about, understanding, but there are some people that come along and get really butthurt, and I'm sorry, you might get butthurt, but if I disappear for a week, it's not you. It's not like I'm not going to be doing it to any one person. But next week I might be off the fucking reservation because I
No,
need a
don't
break.
lie. He was saying off air this specifically Filipino Shay's fault.
Yeah,
He
you're
was
right.
saying, I've had it with this motherfucker.
No, I did. I was saying, look, man. I was like,
He's
look.
the first name I saw in the chat.
I was like, look, between you and me, I can't stand the guy, but he is a big supporter.
I know. It's just like...
So rather than call him out by name,
Yeah.
let me make a broad kind of general statement.
Filipino Shay, you're bad. You're bad.
And then I'm just going to that way he doesn't get mad. And then that way I have an excuse to never talk to just him.
Perfect. I like that. It's a good idea. It's a very good idea. Honestly, every time every time Filipino Show, you message one of us, we go, hey, the ching chong ding dong message us. What do we say?
By the way, I'm going to use the Owen Benjamin excuse. Because Filipino Shay is to us what Artling was to Owen Benjamin.
Right.
And Owen Benjamin finally explained why he got rid of Artling. And it was the best, most eloquent, as you know, very eloquent guy. He's very good at explaining things in detail. So somebody said, well, why did you abandon and excommunicate Artling over such a minor disagreement? Look, he got excommunicated because he was saying retarded shit. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize that was a bannable offense.
Yeah, Filipino Shay is definitely not our nimmer, though, because he actually served.
That's pretty funny. He is more heroic than Nimmer.
He was. I love Filipino Shay.
Porcelain documentary coming soon.
Today I was in the morning, I'm like, I'm gonna ironically beat Filipino Shay to death with a survival bag he gave us.
Good luck. You have fun with
You'll
that.
kill me.
He'll fucking murder you.
Murder
Yeah,
me.
he's one of the few guys too that he could murder you, both of us, and I like him, so I wouldn't help you.
Oh no, I know you wouldn't.
You know what I mean? Like it's gotta be one or the other. You gotta be murderously powerful, and I hate you, and I'll join in the fight. But I like you, but you're weak, and you're hitting my friend. But I'm not gonna die against somebody I like.
All right.
Everyone's saying they'll be the ROTC Nimmer. Could everybody stop saying that in the chat room?
Yeah,
we don't want to
seriously.
get suspended on Facebook.
I don't want any dirty nimmers in my chat room.
Yeah. The last thing we
Crazy.
need is our property value going down because we opened up the floodgates and let a bunch of Nimmers in.
You guys are, come on, man. Seriously.
And then you wonder why your daughter's bringing home a football player.
And not a quarterback.
Oh, well, maybe it's because, you started letting any old Nimmer into the neighborhood. Goddamn Nimmers ruin everything.
Seriously. 2 nimmers stole my truck.
I want to thank Eric Nimmer for giving us a new word.
I know.
Like, if anything, that needs to be our meme now because I don't know what, from now on, Nimmer is the thing.
The Black Stolen Valor, you see, has a...
You see the black opener, he's got much better at, doing wacky voices and comparing himself to white people.
See, white people, they talk like this. Remember, there was a time there where every black comedian had that one. Everyone.
You see the black comedian, he's much louder and actually reacts much more aggressively to magic tricks.
To magic.
Oh, shit! Let me go smash a window to a Starbucks. Relax. It's not a sorcerer.
Yeah, we were playing bridge.
It's not a sorcerer. He's just an autistic kid who knows how to count cards.
Oh, fuck. All right. I don't know, man. We have so much stuff to do. Look how many tabs I got today. It's fucking retarded.
Well, close some of the tabs.
No.
You got tabs from like months ago shit you're never going to do.
Yeah.
Why don't you start?
No, I actually did. I went through those today, as a matter of fact.
Why don't you get a notepad and put the links in there and you have all the tabs? What I do is I go to anotepad.com.
Like the online
Cookies-based
Got it.
notepad, and I put all my show prep in there, and then I'm good. And then I won't have to, because even the tabs, now that I have a good computer, I'm still just like, this is entirely too many tabs. This is entirely too much data. So I just don't like looking at that many tabs.
Okay. You sent me this.
Yeah, guys, I want to.
What is this?
I need to
first off?
warn our listeners.
We will dox you. No,
We
I'm
will
kidding.
we will dox and swat every one of you.
Everyone, including ourselves.
You understand me? I want to warn our listeners that you're about to see a lot of graphic footage
Oh boy.
straight from the front lines of the battlefield for American freedom. This is you thought
please-
Charlottesville was
Can you please not call it a battlefield for the love of God?
no,
I'm looking at apartments.
I'm only calling it a battlefield because the fat guy, you know, the fat libertarian guy that we discovered this weekend.
Kim Sargento?
No, the ponytail guy. Oh, you haven't seen Fat Boy yet.
No. Oh, yeah. The one that was in the video with the Facebook when you were doing the Jovi thing.
And the one that was
Yep. And I sent you the picture of. Yeah. I know.
He's also the guy that posed with a Kool-Aid colored Invictus shirt.
It's nice to know they make them that big.
But it's funny, you know what I mean, when you have like a fascist eagle on a shirt and you're like, Invictus, and it's like, do you have that in a 5XL? I'm gonna need it in a 5XL in a red, preferably.
Oh, I'm excited for this.
It's the gods favor that color. Like he's a fucking gladiator. Red is the color of the gods. The gods favor me.
All right. By the way, just real quick, hi to all the new fans that used to be. Because did you see that long email? The 10-paragraph email from a former bear.
No.
We'll do that after this. I sent it to you, but you know what happened? I sent it to you on your MG before I knew that you were banned there. That's why. All right, here. So this is the Stand Against Communism Free Speech Rally.
Okay, who's gonna stop?
Wait, so are
Who's
we?
gonna stop?
Is
This
this
is America.
stand against communism / free speech rally, or is it stand against communism and free speech rally? I'm
There's
confused.
a lot of things going on. You know what,
It's
Mike?
a very wordy name.
There's a lot of moving parts, and you just don't understand it.
But like what I'm saying is, right, obviously we have not conflicting, but we have various different interests that are here at this rally. So it's not just communism or against communism, and it's not just freedom of speech. It's multiple things, right? So why wouldn't you merge all of these into one idea? Why wouldn't you, I don't know, call this like some sort of like either right-wingers, right, and you're uniting them. So what if you were to call it like some sort of uniting of the right kind of rally? What?
Well, okay, here's the thing, though, Mike.
That's good. Unite the right rally. That's a good idea. Somebody write that down before somebody thinks of that first. We could get everybody together at one big rally.
And you know what? It's going to be nighttime, so we should bring tiki torches.
I like that idea.
Right?
I like where
It'll
your
look
head's
cool,
at.
right?
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, and then we'll
love
wait.
that.
We'll wait until Vice gets there and sets up their cameras, and then we'll chant "Jews will not replace us."
Perfect. But
So they've got that for
When the camera's up, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so you wait, though.
Yeah.
You don't want to do it before they're
No, you don't want to be crazy now.
Okay, you're
we're
right.
not. We're not. Look, we're not trying to create bad optics here, Royce.
You're right. Man, that worked out really well.
See, my idea was way better than yours.
Ramen Shaman. Does someone want to tell him?
Look, just don't. Like he's had a rough weekend.
Just
Don't
leave
ruin
him
it. We'll break it to him tomorrow.
All right. Stand Against Communism Free Speech Rally. 5 seconds in.
We have the freedom to peacefully assemble. We have the freedom of speech. We
You've
have the
always
freedom
had
to
that.
do
It's
exactly
like
what
not
Who's this guy?
some guy.
Okay.
Like, dude, there was nobody.
That's who I thought it was. I just wanted to make sure.
what we're doing. And it's the real fascists. By the way, guys, they are geniuses in
Real fascists.
Dude, is he saying Antifa are the real fascist?
Here's
That's mind-blowing.
You know, I said this when we watched this weekend, right? There was about 11 or 12 people at this.
Oh, somebody says they know who it is. Some faggot. Thank you, Era.
I appreciate that.
Some faggot.
Thank you. It's coming straight out of our ROTC news desk. Like 12 people showed up to this thing, right?
Right.
I was pointing out to the audience this weekend that I wouldn't, you know, we live basically like between Orlando and Tampa. I know, we doxed us. You're going to find us now.
Do you know how much land is
We're
between?
doxed. So I was like, we live pretty much like what you could describe as equally in between. Like if you wanted to go to either or, you could go to either.
And it'll take you about the same time, depending on the traffic.
I wouldn't go to either one of those cities 25, 30 minutes to hang out with 12 people.
No.
Drive to
I wouldn't
Charlotte
go,
from
even
New York.
100 people. Fucking give me a reason.
I've driven from Charlotte to New York. That is not a fun drive. To hang out with 12 people at what looked to be an Embassy Suites. My fucking goodness. You could have just, hey, Invictus, you could have just mailed that fat guy a shirt. Everybody could have been fucking. Like if this were a blood donor drive, I would have been like, this was a spectacular failure.
I don't think any of these guys are allowed to give blood anymore, Mike.
Because of all the homosexual sex?
Yes, you read it perfectly. back to some facts.
Stop punching right!
Look, at this point, this is more punching down.
Yeah.
It's not even right.
By the way,
down.
we have punched the right far less than they punched us, so go fuck yourselves.
The whole right hates us anyway.
You're the worst fucking... Ugh.
One aspect. They are. We got to give.
By the way, you could tell when boomers are around when somebody's filming with an iPad. You could always
And still not holding it sideways.
I know!
And still not holding it sideways!
That's a good point.
Look like you're hiding behind a book.
Yeah. Oh, no. This was Tim the Toolman Taylor's neighbor. He can't ever show his face.
It's fucking Wilson.
Sells cocaine to him.
You know what, Tim? I think I'm reminded of the great leader Adolf Hitler, who tried to remove all the Jews from his country with the stupid fence on him.
Bum, bum, bum. You know, you're right, Wilson.
You're right, Wilson. I think I will round up all the Jews and murder them. Thank you. To be fair, I mean, Tim the Toolman Taylor really did have a little ethno state going on in his house, right?
Well, the original name of the show was Country Improvement.
Yeah, exactly. Tim Taylor, say what you want. Mm-hmm. He had a successful TV show somehow. He had he was increasing the white birth rate.
This makes
he's
sense,
a symbol of the alt-right.
Think about this. This makes sense, though, because he was always bumbling, and the kids were probably like, Dad, I don't get it. If they're gas chambers, why are they wooden doors?
But it turns out part of his cocaine plea from the 70s, he's actually an undercover fucking CI.
All right, sorry. iPad filming?
Them credit. They're geniuses in one aspect. They picked a very catchy name to allow the real fascists of this country.
No. They didn't. Here's the thing, guy. Antifa has been around. No. I'm really angry right now.
I know.
Antifa was founded in Germany, in East Germany, in like the 70s, the 80s, earlier.
Probably earlier.
Earlier.
I'm pretty sure it's earlier.
They didn't. There was no marketing team that was like, what are we going to call this? No. A bunch of Jewish European money and marketing flooded over here, and a bunch of dopey pot-smoking college kids were like, anti-fascist, man. You mean I get to hit people with bike locks and morally justify it? Can I pretend the guy's my dad?
You're right.
That's all Antifa is, a bunch of guys wearing masks.
The 20s. It was in the 20s.
Okay, the 20s. Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
To commit fascism in our country and say it's anti-fascist. Whenever anybody sits there and tries to silence
Is that guy marching?
free
Is he
speech,
doing left, right. I got a militia guy with the Gadsden flag patch.
You know, there's not a lot of people at your rally when you can hear the ambient road noise.
The ambient. By the way, not the ambient road noise from the street that they're on.
No.
Or the street over. That is highway ambient noise. That is. Do you understand? If you're playing Sim City or like City Skylines, you have to zoom in to a very quiet neighborhood to hear that kind of noise.
force that is fascism. That's the definition of fascism. We stand up for everybody. Doesn't matter what race, color, creed, doesn't matter.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of like early PS2 games where you could only have so many NPCs on a map.
You're right. This is Oblivion.
This is Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, they're running out of people.
It's like what I always say about Fallout New Vegas. If they made it now on today's hardware, Vegas would have tons of people walking around. But like, you play that game and you're like, why is there only 17 people walking around the Vegas Strip? Oh, it's a fucking 10-year-old game. That's what this feels like.
We stand up for everybody. That is the antithesis of fascism.
Is there anything worse than someone that can't give a speech or is a bad public speaker trying to give a speech?
You mean all of the right now?
Yeah, seriously. All of these guys think that they're doing a Martin Luther King speech.
And look, say what you want about Dickie Spence, but that nigga can talk. Like, you could put Richard Spence. Like, if I had to draft a team of speakers from this shit pile, Richard Spencer would actually make the cut. Because you go, all right, I could. He's going to say one soundbite that's going to embarrass us, but at least he can talk for 20 minutes. Like, these guys come up and they go, look, man, they're the real fascists. Got to get off the Democrat plantation. And you're like, thank you, sir. Thank you. I would pick Kim Sorgente over these people.
Yeah.
At least he comes up and goes, they're raped. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, sir.
Am I right or wrong?
He's not wearing a do-rag. It's a bandana.
So why are we here?
By the way,
today?
am I right or wrong is the sign that your speech is floundering.
Did you have to go on my right?
Or am I right or wrong? That's the kind of thing where that's please clap.
Yeah.
That's Jeb saying please clap.
Today to show everybody that, number one, they're never going to silence us, ever. They're never going to silence any one of us. They're never going to intimidate us. We are Americans. We have fought wars, as my good friend Alan said.
This is like, what this reminds me of? Like when a guy who wants to be like an indie filmmaker wants to make like a movie about the right wing, but he doesn't have a lot of friends that are willing to show up and be extras for free.
Do you guys honestly think and that this is helping anybody?
There was more people at the I Stand With Ant protests at Sirius. Remember that?
You're
it's
right.
Like Bobo and like 4 old fat
More
guys.
people went to Ant's book signing. So I mean, if you want to know how
If you
many
count the Borders book staff,
Right.
yeah.
Bro, Ramen Shaman, the road dog has gotten worse after all the drugs.
He really has. I thought he cleaned up. Now I'm
no,
really
he's back,
heartbroken.
wars to kill communists. Right. Okay? Communism is responsible for over 100 million deaths.
So they think this makes the right look good. They honestly thought that this is so good that we're gonna. It's one thing to show up and nobody gets, because that happens. No one's there. But then you decided we're gonna film this anyway. We're gonna broadcast this anyway.
Oh, you know what, man? I'm sorry, but you're bringing up a point that I'm ashamed I didn't even think of. You're right. The fact that you could show up, like everybody bombs in life. As a comic, I've had that happen. You go on tour and you set up a show and you're like, we're going to film tonight's show. This is going to be the one we put in the special. And then you get there that night and there's like 5 drunks. And you're like, all right, we have 3 more shows in the thing. Well, hopefully next week we'll do
be
good.
better, yeah.
Yeah. But you don't set up the cameras. Royce is right. They got here when there was like 12 people. Set it up anyway.
You think this looks good? You think this looks like anybody cares? Nobody cares. This one, when you hear these dumb people, this idiot and Jovi and all these people, like, we're actually doing stuff. We're sitting in our studio now talking to way more people.
Yeah. And
than this.
And between you and me, I just want to say something. The Unite the Right thing was an unmitigated disaster. But before the car crash stuff and the James Field stuff, honestly, dude, some of it looked pretty cool. And some of it was actually like I know the Tiki Torches thing, I don't necessarily agree with how they handled that, but there was a message there. Holy shit, there's a whole city full of angry young white men chanting that they're getting fucking fed up with this bullshit. That, at least from a show of force perspective, could get the country to go, oh boy, maybe we should make some concessions culturally.
I would like to change his name to James the Punisher Fields if we could. Thank you. From now on.
I thought it was James Crazy Taxi Fields.
Offspring starts playing in the background. Yeah.
But this doesn't make anybody want to deal with you.
No, you look ridiculous. You look foolish. You showed up and you said, this is going to look... And by the way, is this the best... Is there really only 3 people here? Because it seems like there's more. So not only that, they're filming from the wrong angle. They're filming one guy with an iPad behind him and a bunch of stupid flags. Nobody cares.
Well, because they don't want to show nobody's there.
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
They don't want to employ communism here to save the country.
And by the way, all he's doing is reading Turning Point memes.
That's all he's doing.
Like, that's what you guys aren't saying anything original.
You're just a fat Charlie Kirk without the hot black girlfriend.
Yeah, no, seriously. You probably have a black stepkid, but that's a different thing.
They want to employ communism here to destroy the country.
Not on our watch.
It ain't.
Not our watch!
You know what the worst part is?
America!
And this is the kind of white people that go like, we are the fucking superior. We refuse to apologize for building the West, but they all live in like a 2-bedroom house and there's like 3 generations of them in that house, including the daughter's boyfriend who's black. You're
This
like,
is
"What are
so
you doing?"
embarrassing. We've only done a minute and a half. This is so embarrassing.
Oh, wait till we get to
Oh,
the next
I'm
speaker.
excited.
Ain't gonna happen. I'm with Brian. As long as I've got breath, and I know there's some people watching.
Why are they
right
all
now
dressed
going,
like Joe
"God,
Cumia?"
somebody take his breath.
You're right.
They're all dressed like Joe Cumia.
Oh my God, this is the Joe Cumia band.
It's fucking terrible. 2U looks not looking great.
Please. Good luck.
Step up and talk right behind you.
That's
Good
right.
luck.
God damn it.
Good luck trying to take my breath, Brian's breath, or any
Are
one
you
of them.
kidding me? A light jog would take your
Yeah, no,
breath.
seriously.
A trot out to your garage to grab your keys would make you winded.
This speech is making you winded.
We are your opposition. We are Americans, and we will never stop fighting for this country, ever, no matter what. See, we don't need bullhorns. We don't need amplification.
Well, you know what you need? A crowd, though. Like, if you might not need bullhorn. You know why you don't need bullhorns? You want to know why you don't need bullhorns? Because there's 4 people there. That's like if I started talking to Mike right now with a bullhorn and be like, dude, we're in the same room. Why are you doing this to me right now? You don't need it. There's no one there, you fucking idiot.
I know, and it's funny because, like, all these people behind the scenes are trying to threaten us, and I'm getting all kinds of data dumps, by the way, of people in your camp, trying to do all kinds of shit behind the scenes to us. But like, you guys have fucking, when you talk about leaks, like, holy shit. You guys have more leaks than Trump's White House when he first got in and he was still surrounded by Reince Priebus and all those people. Like, it is a leaky sieve. The fucking shit that gets back to me. You guys are all trying to fuck with us and do the. You can't get more than 12 people to show up to a fucking barbecue. What are you going to do when you get our address? What are you going to do when you what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
It's
Not a
ridiculous,
fucking
man.
thing. You can't get 12 people to show up and hang out and fucking fly a flag. But you're going to get people to bust my head open? And besides, if things get really weird, I'll just start using a lot of drugs again and carrying a gun and being like really unpredictable like I used to be. And like after about 6 months of that sort of behavior, because nobody's ever seen that kind of behavior from me, everyone will go, all right, why don't we stop, fucking with him? Because he's going to end up shooting a fucking innocent Uber driver.
Lenny Luther in the chat goes, why do Royce and Mersch look like 2 continental pro-crypto Jews pushing alt-right divide and conquer tactics?
Right. That's us.
That's
you
us,
got
guys.
You nailed us.
That's it. Nope.
Take that. That was beautiful, very succinct. And go run on 8chan and post it right now. You got us. You nailed us.
You got us.
Special Agent
We
Mersch
admit-
checking in.
We admit that we are controlled opposition.
We
you
are,
fucking
totally.
guys are fucking stupid.
We are controlled by the Jews. Mm-hmm. That's why I always. That's why I'm always so careful, despite constantly calling out the Jew. I'm not Patrick Little. I'm not saying crazy batshit. I'm not providing any sound bites for the left to make us look crazy. That's all the folks in your camp. But you're right. I am a crypto Jew. Mm-hmm. You got it.
I'm a cyborg Jew. I just want to be a little different than him. I'm part robot, part Jew.
I'm tired of these amateur fucking Pinkerton detectives.
Pinkerton
No, I'm
Detective
serious.
Agency.
Half of you alt-right assholes are just a bunch of fucking Appalachian hillbillies with fucking opiate habits. You're all addicted to hillbilly heroin. You're all fucking welders. And then you come on the fucking internet for an hour a day and go, I've got evidence that this guy's Mossad. Fucking kill yourselves. What alt-rights? There's nothing left of you people.
PJ in the chat goes, they're feds. Every alt-writer about every other alt-writer.
And we've never claimed to be alt-right.
No!
I would never be associated with you fucking retards. You're all disgusting. You're all 10 times more degenerate than I am. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Half of you are raising a black kid that's not yours. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. You know how many fucking guys I've seen with pagan runes on their shirt and a black girlfriend? Eat a dick.
Sorry, back to the Stand Against Communism Free Speech rally.
It's what's in us. It's what's in us. Now, what are the
Show in the chat goes, hey, I'm a welder.
My apologies to
Sorry.
the welders.
Yeah, it's not your fault, guys.
Cowboys always yell? That means freedom.
By the way, the only reason I reference welding is because, remember, it's a very obscure reference, but I don't know if you guys remember, but the TWP, when Matt Heimbach was still around, was offering welding classes. That's the only reason I always make that joke, because they were like, we'll teach you to weld. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's totally worth getting fucking doxxed and ruining your life over. Just go to a trade school and learn how to weld.
CIA Bear goes, hey, I'm a heroin addict.
My apologies to the heroin addicts. We're going to do apologies all day.
All right.
I was an opiate addict, too. Stop doing it. That's my advice to you.
All right. Next speaker. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That they're panning to the. Oh no!
Got to show everybody there. We got. By the way, we got great.
There he is! There he is!
By the way, I was pointing out this guy looks like fucking. I literally, because he's like, I'm from New York, and I even was like, I bet this guy's Long Island.
Was he?
Long Island guy. This guy looks like every Queensryche / Dream Theater fan. Like, this guy's the fucking
Dream Theater.
No, I'm serious. Like, this is a guy that will tell you for an hour at a bar about how Mike Portnoy is the greatest drummer of all time and fucking the dude from Russia's overrated. This guy is a type.
All right. Strength in numbers. The Al says.
Strength in numbers.
All right. Let's play here.
Speak about it.
Go on stage, awesome.
This is gonna be like
They even set up a car. They set up a tent. They set up a tent for nobody. Oh no! Look at it. Look at the tent. Look at it. They set that up. That takes like 10 minutes of, you gotta go to the car, you gotta pull out the individual pieces, and then you gotta put the things up
I'm so
and
embarrassed.
tie them down.
I'm so embarrassed.
Nobody's using the tent.
I am so embarrassed.
Oh, shit.
I am so very embarrassed.
Anybody who wants to talk, you're more than welcome. Just in case you don't know, my name's Terry Penny.
By the way, I've got a really fun thing I want to tell you. I don't know if I should tell you, though, on the air. Just tell you on the air. Okay.
Okay, do it.
Well, you already know. You know who else is in town.
Who?
There were some photo ops.
Who's in town?
When they were there, they went out to dinner. Remember the shirts? I just mentioned the shirt
I don't
the
remember.
fat guy bought.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. But notice he's not at this thing.
Why is that?
Because even he's not that retarded.
Got it. Got
He
it.
literally went, yeah, no, I'm going to. Good luck, guys. I'm not getting photographed there.
No, this does not look good for you.
Your own leader wouldn't be caught dead with you.
It's embarrassing, right?
Imagine, though, like, literally, like, look, if you guys, God bless you, tried to put something together and it bombed and we were in town, like, we would still go and hang out. We wouldn't film it, but pictures would pop up where we go, yeah, of course. He couldn't even be bothered. He said, I'll meet you for lunch later. That would be far less embarrassing. Get photographed at a diner. You go to the thing. Because could you imagine the fucking, you'd have been memed out of the fucking existence.
Who's this guy? Who's this guy dressed like a soldier?
That is Lieutenant Commander Jefferson T. Buford of the South Mecklenburg County militia of North Carolina. I made all of that up. I have no idea.
sounds right.
He's some militia guy. I'm sure he has some made up fucking title.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has a rank that some guy gave him. That's it's probably the fat guy that just got done speaking. Thank you, Lieutenant Commander.
Alexander History says this guy's definitely the owner of a surplus store. Yes.
You see this? This is Zyklon B. They actually used this, man.
In North Carolina, I was born here.
North Carolina.
You don't say. You
Plain and simple. But for anybody
These
who
are
don't know
Fallout.
about
These are
communism,
like, you know what it is? These are all left out. These are all leftover Fallout characters that they just left in the development room, right? Like that they made them and then they got to the end of the game and they're like, we don't need any of these assholes, right? We'll just cut that storyline out.
Embarrassing.
It'll make the clouds load a little bit faster in the game.
Mitch Smith says, "Are these the oath keepers?"
The Oath Keepers.
this really is. Google my name and you'll see what comes up.
What's
You'll
your
see
name?
How me and my wife have been illegally targeted. By
people
our
are terrible
so-called
speakers.
Politicians who ain't nothing but lying traitors to this country and the American citizens who pay taxes.
So apparently, from what
This guy has a shipping container buried in the back of his yard. Guaranteed.
yeah, and he thinks that's his end.
That's it. Yeah.
Did you know that shipping containers are actually radiation proof? No, they are not. You're gonna just bake to death in that box, old man. What I gathered from this man's courageous tale is he's one of these local kooks that's like suing every branch of his local government. He's one of those that's just for infringing on his, I don't know.
Is he a sovereign citizen?
He's acting like one of those, but
Yeah.
if you probably look into it further, he's probably one of those guys that's suing the city because he's going to lose 3/4 of an inch of his land when they expand the road on his street. You know, like one of those. I'm sorry, but that strip of grass may mean nothing to you, but as an American citizen who bought and paid for that strip of grass, it belongs to me. You're like, we're going to waste fucking $48 million in government resources.
No one gets
fighting
a
this.
road now.
Just forget it. Forget it. Now you can have a sinkhole in your neighborhood
happy?
forever. You can thank Bob.
Yeah.
So they can go home.
You got a soft voice there.
Could you imagine though? Really, like he's got his Gadsden flag. Which, by the way, I played this and I was like, oh wait, I zoomed in on it and I showed them the picture of the Bobby Hill Gadsden flag. That's my purse. I don't know you. So this could you imagine though? Like you're that age and you're dressing like this
It's embarrassing.
with a security cap and like,
Yeah, what does a security cap have to do? What's he securing?
this is attracting the like.
What are you securing? Your group is embarrassing.
Could you imagine, like, if I were a recon guy and I was in the park across the street ready to invade this park, and I'm like looking through my binoculars and I go, okay, look, their OPSEC is garbage. I know I can take this old man out. We can invade this park.
What's up with the fucking gay flag, by the way? The Don't Tread on Me gay flag? What's that about?
Because gays can be so based. These are the fucking guys that are trying to show like anybody could be here, man. We're all so based.
A 3%er flag. These are the people here. Oh, let's see.
Put their political opponents up on the skewer, and that's what they want to do to us.
He couldn't buy a hat that fit his head correctly. These are the people These are the people.
Oh,
that-
yeah? So I'm here with me mates. It is really...
You can't. When you play around with Dusty, you get Dusty.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you get Dusty, bro.
He's going.
I love Dusty.
Dusty at least is likable.
I love Dusty Bogan.
At least Dusty's likable. Like all of those people. Could you imagine you're a woman and a guy comes up to you at the bar and goes, how's it going?
I love him. I love him. I love this man.
He's the best. He is the best.
How's he going?
He is the greatest. I am incapable of hating Dusty Bogan.
Oh, fuck.
How's going? Dusty Bogan here.
By the way, has anybody noticed now that we've been bombarding his page with comments? He's starting to get a stroke of confidence now.
Yeah, he is. He's getting cocky now because you guys have been, you guys have ironically been leaving. Hey, Dusty!
Dusty Bogan, the content king here, ruling over YouTube with an iron fist.
Look, I'm just seeing our fan. Nymphomania Ninja goes, canes are one hell of an amphibian. Happy hunting. Mike, of course you commented that Dusty Bogan is a treasure.
He is. He's a fucking international treasure.
So I just got back from a cruise. Had a great time. Went up.
He got some sun, you could tell. Look at him.
A lot of Vietnamese on that cruise.
He loves the
Everybody
Vietnamese.
goes.
He loves them.
Beautiful up there.
Fucking
His
newspaper.
newspaper gimmick now is hey, Dusty, if this gets back to you,
And it will.
if this gets back to you, Dusty, keep the newspaper. It's a great gimmick.
Yeah.
Handheld mic and newspaper needs to be his gimmick. Nobody else is doing it, right?
Because it's so difficult.
But he pulls it off. So let that be his thing.
He's got a handheld mic
We're
and
calling
then a
it.
newspaper.
If I ever fucking see a content creator try to do the same move, we will destroy you. That is Dusty's gimmick. We're going to make this guy a star.
And I got
Why don't we
home.
work on making ourselves stars
No,
first? Like,
Dusty,
we're literally,
Dusty first. Dusty comes first.
we're constantly trying to make other people popular, and then we're like, why don't we ever try to make our? We never do any work for our own show. We're like, let's get Dusty over.
You know what?
We're like the weirdest.
We should start reading newspapers on the show.
We're like the Dolph Zigglers of YouTube.
Putting people over.
Yeah, we have a high work rate, and we just put everyone else over.
And bit of late news. I mean, what was this from the 9th of January?
The news is a little light because we're in Australia. There's like 12 people here. There's less people here than there were at that Charlotte rally.
And bam, I get home, reading the paper here, and Pauline Hanson, One Nation, she's done it again. Isn't she amazing?
Who?
She's
He always does
calling
the
everyone
same. He talks
He
about
says these people that you're supposed to know.
get out and kill cane toads. So, like, good on her. She's saying work for the dole recipients would earn their welfare by killing cane toads. What a woman, hey? She's
Real Sheila.
I love him.
amazing. So I just think it's terrific. I can't believe
I
it.
love that he never. All right. This is my other thing.
He never expounds on anything.
Never expounds on anything. He just reads something, tells you what's up, and goes, "Oh, that's terrific.
That's great.
Well, I just think it's great." Okay, good.
Thank you.
Endorsed by Dusty
I
Mogan.
appreciate it, Dusty.
You know, like at least with Mark Levin, he could have made a whole episode about the cane
yeah.
toad thing. Here's why it's great, okay? These people are getting money anyway. So now they're going to earn it. And at the same time, we're going to help get these toads killed, which is having a terrible environmental impact. Not Dusty. Just, wow, that's great.
That's
terrific.
Awesome. We got to kill this cane toads.
Love her.
And on the same page, we've got Fraser Anning saying how he's going to make his own party.
He used to keep going like this. He's the guy. I love you. I love Dusty.
Trying to read, but he has to pull the mic hand up so the whole newspaper's coming to his face.
Guys, do us a favor, please. Sign up on Patreon. Make us fucking rich, please. Let us get that. So if we had Come Town money, do you understand? Like, we would waste it just like the guys at Come Town do on fun things like getting this man a work visa.
Yeah.
So he could just
He
come
would be
here and
over
work
here.
for us.
Oh, it'd be amazing.
He would be our man on the fucking road.
Of course.
Just have him
Right.
going from fucking. He would have gone to that Charlottesville.
Oh, yeah, it would have
Dusty
been amazing.
Bogan here. So you're Jovi Vale, eh? Got a tiny penis, do you? Huh?
Great, more competition, the better. And the guy, you know, I've met him and interviewed him heaps of times, so I reckon we get on. And yeah, you know, I won't want to go through.
I love too that Dusty just won't. He won't commit to a beard,
No.
but he doesn't want to shave either.
No.
You know what I mean?
Because he has to look dusty. He's the Dusty Bogan.
It's the best.
He has to look like Dusty.
Then why keep shaving it? Like, you know, just grow the beard out. Go grow out a little Teddy Cruz. Teddy Cruz looking fucking gangster now.
Yeah, he is.
Got that Wolverine look
It
going.
looks good. Good for him.
He does have a disturbingly ugly face,
He
and the
does.
beard really helps.
It helps a
It's
lot.
helping him look much more like a badass.
Yeah.
But now he's got to work on that voice because that is
Yeah.
not a scary voice. No. Yeah, like Ted Cruz will never intimidate you with his voice. He only intimidates you when he goes, "So, are you a free speech platform or are you a publisher?" That's when you get scared of Ted Cruz and you go, "I don't want to answer
Do I have to?
any of your really hard, definitive questions, sir, because you're gonna lock me in some sort of fucking position."
Yeah, man. He's
He's rocking the beard now. The fucking Zodiac.
I love it.
He does look. Somebody said he looks like Grandpa Munster, and now
All
I
right,
can't
yeah,
unsee
now he
it.
does. Yes.
I like Ted Cruz. Though.
All right.
He grew on me quick, man. I've never had a guy lose the presidency, and I immediately liked him like Teddy.
All right. We have a GoFundMe up that we need to get to.
For the wall?
No, it's not for all the money was returned. By the way, for the wall, it's all been returned.
Oh, wait, so that was just a big, giant virtue signaling waste of time?
Right, correct. It was never actually going to be.
How much did it raise? I think it was like 18 mil.
20
million out of
$20 million.
$1 billion? $5 billion?
Correct.
Good job, guys.
All right, let's see.
Almost got it.
So, help me divorce alt-right leader Richard Spencer. It's a GoFundMe here if you guys want to help.
Yeah, this is coming to us in are terrible news, which I
Yes.
think this is. I think we could agree, right, that like every time you want to hate Richard Spencer, somebody more hateable pops up and makes you hate Richard Spencer less.
So anyway, speaking of beards, we have Richard Spencer's current wife. They're not divorced yet. Is her name Nina Karupanova?
Yeah, that's her name.
Okay. Whitefish, Montana.
Yeah, this is really her.
This is her. This is a nice town, by the way. Whitefish is actually a really nice town. Help me divorce alt-right leader Richard Spencer. Summary. Please help me leave an abusive marriage for a good one by finalizing my divorce from the well-known alt-right leader Richard Spencer. My goal is to establish a long-term safety and security for our two very young children and for myself. My legal fees incurred in this are ongoing divorce proceedings are in the tens of thousands of dollars and counting. My financial means are modest and disappearing quickly. Furthermore, my residence and job are both at the mercy of Spencer's family members
because I've stopped sending that horse super chat money. Super chat money is all Dickie Spence's now.
Statements have been made about leaving me and the children homeless and jobless. Any help would be greatly appreciated. The story. In 2019, I met a charming man from a good Southern family. His social media and parental home were filled with photographs featuring him and his relatives standing next to then presidential candidate Ron Paul. My new acquaintances had good things to say about this former girlfriend of the diverse backgrounds, a sign of maturity. I thought he was mostly read books about businesses and finance, described himself as a libertarian, and had even previously dated an operative in the Ron Paul movement. We both had graduate degrees in similar fields from top universities in Canada and U.S. respectively. He was articulate, but a bit shy, well-traveled, well-read, and as well as handsome. His name was Richard Spencer.
Yeah, you know, this bitch has connections to Russian intelligence. We already covered this in like the 4th episode of this show ever. Yeah. We got deep into Dickie Spence in one of the first episodes of this program. She had a lot of connections to Russian intelligence. The irony here is that this bitch is going to get a bunch of leftist money and that these people are going to literally be giving money to Russian intelligence and people who are Russian who tried to influence elections. She is that person. This is so
She's
weird.
made $400 so far. His name was Richard Spencer. To assume that this man would become politically radicalized in the public eye just a few years down the road was beyond my wildest imagination. We got married in August 2010 and began an immigration process from Canada to the U.S. I uprooted my business but comfortable life, quit my corporate job several years, and moved from Canada to the city, several million to tiny and beautiful mountains, America town in the middle of nowhere. Soon I was isolated with my family and my friends and became enmeshed with Spencer's and financially dependent, lost my interest and ultimately myself. My dream of building a family and a future gradually turned into a surreal nightmare.
Blah, blah. You're fucking looking. You took you took the ride with him. And by the way, I hate this bitch. She was all in with this shit. And as far as I know, she's trying to nobody, like, Spencer's undergoing some kind of, like, resurgence now with heel turn, and, like, people are listening to him again. God knows why. So this bitch is desperate for shekels. That's all this is. She's got connections. She's got money. She's not poor. Her family has money. This is a lie. This is a LARP. I wouldn't even fucking be surprised if Spencer wasn't in on this.
As Richard Spencer politics became more extreme, so did his private life. This was a marriage filled with emotional abuse and domestic violence, including an assault when I was pregnant with our first child. Saying no, whether about minor household issues or major ideological questions, had serious consequences. For a long time, I could not understand why this was happening. I was being told it was all my fault, no matter what I did, and above all, I felt profoundly ashamed. Few people knew, and those who knew enabled gradually. I educated myself about trauma bonding, got stronger, and filed for divorce. Despite this, I continue having serious concerns about my safety and well-being. According to the National Domestic Violence Hotline, it takes the target of abuse an average of 7 times to leave the violent relationship before leaving for good. Please help me make it for good by offsetting some of the mounting. Look at this. Look at this. I'm going to be a victim again. I might go back. Give me money or I'm going to go back. She's a piece of shit just like he is. These guys, they're fucking meant for each other, and they reproduced. They're all garbage. All of them are garbage. All of these people are fucking garbage people. And these people, and these new people, like you said, that come on and put Spencer on and all this shit, they just want to be edgy and go, see, man, we'll have different views. Richard Spencer is a homosexual plant.
Yeah.
My opinion. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's not. Maybe I'm completely wrong.
I don't. Look, I've said from day one, he's at best, he's at worst a Fed, and he's at best a guy who's just dangerously irresponsible and has gotten a lot of good guys hurt and locked up. So I don't know. I'm so beyond caring about any of these people anymore. But if any of you guys give money to this bitch, fucking kill yourself. Fucking retarded. They all have money. They all have money.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, you brought it up to me, like you said, episode 4, that Spencer had a lot of money before he got into this whole thing. He had a lot of money.
He claims, like, oh, my family cut me off. No, they didn't. That's not how it works. These trusts and shit were set up long ago. You don't just you don't go and undo those trust fund payments because suddenly your son is an alt-right figure. That's not how it works. It's a very complicated situation to undo all that. He still gets money.
And by the way, before we get, because we always get comments when we talk about Spencer in the video. Spencer's doing. Listen, this is my same thing with that I say with the Owen Benjamin thing. It's like, I don't care that he thinks the Earth's flat or the fucking we go to the moon. That's not our fascination with him. My problem isn't even the things that I don't agree with a lot of the stuff Richard Spencer says, but there's a lot of other people that think what Richard Spencer thinks, and I don't hate. You understand what I'm saying? It's not even his beliefs. This isn't like, oh, you guys fucking cucks. You like him because you white people. And it has nothing to do with that. It's that he's not genuine. He's never been a genuine person. Everything is about being an e-celeb with him. You know, everything is about him talking down to people and going on these streams. And I don't know what qualifies him to think he's some sort of intellectual, because he's not.
Because he's effeminate and he traveled overseas for a while. That's pretty much all it takes in
America.
America.
Good. So you're fucking every gay dude that took a year break between college and high school.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Literally every college professor.
Yeah. All right, look, somebody threw this up here, and it was...
And for the record, when people go, well, what have you done? Well, here's what I've done. I've ensured that none of our fans get thrown in jail. That's
pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like to... When any... And I could show you guys DMs. I got DMs and messages from people before that are in our audience that were planning on getting involved in things. And I talked them out of it. And if you guys think that's bad, you're hurting the movement when you do that. Good. I don't give a fuck about the movement. I give a fuck about people. And the people that I care about I will tell them, yeah, if you see riots, don't go to them. If you see fucking the next UTR, don't go to it. If they're trying to get you to put out things in your name for permits, don't do it. Like, I'm just trying to look out for my friends. So you're right. I am not good for the movement. Fuck your movement. I'm worried about this here, our movement. So whatever, dude. If I tell people, I'm sorry if your rally has 3 less people at it because I told people not to be a dumb fuck, but I don't care about you.
People are saying in the chat that now apparently the fucking, I believe, Base Texan dude does rerun live streams of Owen's shows from the night before.
Yeah, and he takes super chats.
Correct.
What is that about?
It's very weird. I think maybe he splits it because he runs it. I don't know. It's a very odd setup, right?
Weird.
Anyway, he does these.
Like, I would fucking murder. I would murder one of our prominent fans if they did that.
No, I think they're in on it together because I think that. Remember, Base Texan is the one who runs all the shit. He's on the payroll. Like, he gets paid by Owen Benjamin to run this stuff. So I'm third base Texan goes, hey, I'll run this for you.
Owen's wasting so much
and then
money on things.
We'll split whatever, let's say they split whatever stuff comes in, super chats during the thing. Well, apparently
his greed is costing him money. He's such an idiot.
Apparently we're finding out that if you even mention porcelain in the Owen Benjamin forget the mainstreams, in the rerun streams, they've been banning people.
That's hilarious.
Just even mentioning his name.
Well, I heard a reference to the Danger Zone guys on one of those. Because there was some other little bear stream going on. Some other guy now does streams where it's like the B team. It's like the NWO B team. It's like the Bears have a B team.
Oh, like
now.
the Stern After Show?
Yeah, and it's like Buff Bagwell and like Virgil. Like, you don't remember? But you remember what I'm talking about. Remember 2000 NWO where you're like, Jesus Christ, the entire roster's in the NWO now.
And Virgil needs the money up front or he will not perform.
Well, it was Vincent, to be fair.
Okay.
It was Vincent.
Fair enough.
And I remember they had like the disciple. Remember they just made Brutus Beefcake grow his hair out? And they're like, you're a disciple now. Like, it was like that. So they have like the NWOB team, and they do a stream. And the other night I clicked it. It showed up on my thing, and I clicked it, and I hear him going, yeah, da-da-da. And then somebody mentioned a funny Owen, like something. And then somebody said something about the Danger Zone guys, or one of the guys, and one of them was like, don't even do it. And, and one of the hosts was even like, yeah, what is that all about? Like, I didn't even hear, don't even talk about it. Don't even, and everybody was like, just stop. Like, they're just some guys, and they're whatever. They're not even worth talking about. And the other guy was just being oblivious. He's like, but no, what is it? I'm very curious. Like, is it that bad? And it was very funny. Like, they are panicky people. It really is like a cult. Because, like here, everybody shits on Revenge of the Sith. So we, it's like, oh, I heard that. And we're like, yeah, sure, whatever. But, like, we'll never go, don't even mention those guys. We're the guys that always come on and go, you want to hear this email so-and-so just wrote to me? Fuck this guy. We don't get full we're Trump levels of transparency here. Somebody writes a nasty email, you keep this between us. And we're tweeting about it 2 minutes later. Yeah, Representative Smith just sent me an email. Thinks he's a fucking tough guy. Care.
It's funny you say that because right before we go to break, I wanted to read this email. We got an email from a former Bear. Because here's what's been happening. There's been, since we've been covering Owen Benjamin's demise, we come up in a lot of related videos. Demise. Well, that's how I feel. We come up in a lot of related videos, right? This is from a former Bear. Now, I'm not going to read his name because, I don't want that community to go after him.
Jerry Donovan.
God damn it. All right, the emails I said
funny. One day we're gonna do that bit, and I'm just gonna guess the guy's name correctly, and you're gonna go, "Fucking,
what's wrong with you?" All right, look, all right. I so saying it's actually a girl. This is from Amy Benjamin. No, I'm kidding. Look, so former Bear sent this email, so I'm gonna read it. Hey guys, discovered you through suggestions because of Owen Benjamin. You were right. He's gone nuts, and he's gotten nuts, and he's paranoid. I've actually been hate watching your videos until it happened to me, until the big bear turned on me. And you guys were right. On his recently actor of man, Jesus Christ! Look, I like you, bud, but your sentences on his recently thing.
Well, they're Owen Benjamin fans.
About the actor.
Let's be fair.
About the actor of Aquaman allegedly being a pedophile. So apparently, Owen Benjamin said that Jason Momoa is.
Did you see the video?
It's his son. That wasn't even a girl.
It was his son.
It's his son. His son has long hair like his dad.
Like his dad.
Yes.
Because they're all like scrunchy looking Hawaiian people.
And he was rubbing his son's chest, which makes sense. You know, it's your kid, right?
It's so funny.
I know.
These people are so quick to scream pedophile.
know.
Even when I watched it and thought it was a little girl, though, I was like, but it's his kid, though?
Yeah.
That's not very sexy rubbing. I'm
No.
like, I've been diddled. That's not very diddled.
No.
That's somebody actually showing affection for their kid.
It's his son.
It's his son.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm sorry. Continue.
And it's okay. I defended the actor, talked about a longer video with more context, the guy's history, and, you know, the whole idea of innocent until proven guilty. Owen is pretty set on sending the guy off to prison or wanting worse for a short clip. We don't need to debate whether the actor is or isn't. This is the context of my story. So I defended him, and I got Owen's new vague, maybe slightly threatening response. You are known for what you are. Obviously, just got a bunch of responses from others cursing me out. Oh, side note, I've already been taking a break from Owen for a couple weeks, but I realize now that deep down, I knew I didn't want to watch him anymore. If it had just stayed like this, I would have left it. But then he decided to screenshot my comment and his response, that make another post, my username, picture, and all. Changed them now, and I was already a private account. It was a private Twitter account, by the way. But, you know, if someone really wanted to find me, they'd find it. Now, this I did not find okay. Really, it's now public slander, right? Accusing me of defending a pedophile, you could stretch that further, comments from his, and accusing me of pedophilia. But I think that would be dishonest, stretching, so I wouldn't want to, although others have commented saying so. I deleted my comments, then politely and respectfully private messaged him. The guy even deleted his comments, requesting a deleting of this post with my name. Here's the exact message, and then he has the message.
Oh, boy. This is good. I'm expecting to hear a very reasoned and calm response.
So this is the message he sent to him.
Sure.
This is him sending it to Owen. He says, Owen, I've retracted my comments. If you're willing, I would request to remove your post with me. I know I was already commenting publicly, but please, I asked for a removal. If I don't, I can't do anything, so I guess I'll just accept it. I'm asking nicely, and I'll make sure I think longer before posting publicly. So this, by the way, not a cult. This guy's already scared of posting something, a criticism of him.
This is the way somebody in a cult acts when the fucking head of the cult is angry.
Again, look, I don't
Panics.
like Rogan now, but you could safely post and say, I don't agree with Rogan. I think he's wrong on this. And Rogan's not going to take a screenshot, post it, and then you're going to be terrified.
No, Rogan legitimately lives in a cloud where somebody could go, hey, Rogan, somebody said you're gay and you fucked a black guy. And you go, they did? I don't read any of that shit.
Yeah, I don't care.
I was doing kettlebells and I soaked in a salt tank for an hour.
Okay, but this gets even better. Of course he didn't remove the post. Why would he? This really ticks me off, you know? This is the thing. I'm just a minor.
Wait, it's a kid?
Kids, 16, 17, I think.
Good boy.
I've only seen one comment that explains...
Is he harassing kids now?
He's harassing kids.
Big tough guy.
The thing is, I'm just a minor. I've only seen one commentator who could tell if this is true, though, that I've always looked older than I am. So it's a public slander of a minor over these things. I'm going to wait to see if anything continues with my name. If it just stays here for tonight, it'll be a move on Owen to forget. Unfortunately, I have to pay attention for a bit to see if he continues with my name, in which case, well, I don't really know. But public slander of me as a minor, slander of a pedophile related whatever, I just don't need or want that. So this kid's scared.
Yeah, I know. It's more of that fantasy talk people always have about, like, this is slander. I'm going to get a lawyer. And none of that's going to end up happening.
But he's a kid, too.
Oh, no, I know. But he shouldn't be going after kids on a public forums. Like, what is he doing?
Especially since, unfortunately, we live in a world where because of social media, people can pull stuff for years ago and use it against you. So this kid's worried about when he goes, and I will be in the public job as an adult, and he's afraid of people finding it. It makes sense.
Well, listen,
I guess I can simply say I'm going to be a pastor. He's going to be a pastor.
Well, can I go ahead and give this kid a little bit of...
Absolutely.
Let me ease your mind a little bit there, kid. I don't know if you've noticed, but there is a very common thread in that all of the people Owen Benjamin attacks end up going on to be 20 times more successful than he is. So I wouldn't worry about it. I don't think that you're ever going to lose out on an opportunity because somebody Googled something and went, wait a minute, reasoned 141 IQ level.
47.
Owen Benjamin. Genius level IQ. The guy that exposed NASA, the man who saved America. He outed this guy at 16 years old as being a pedo defender. I don't think Owen Benjamin calling you a pedo defender is going to hurt anything.
Did you see that his proof? I mean, I'm sure you've been keeping up on this, but that his proof, what his proof was that he had a 147 IQ?
BuzzFeed quiz?
No, this the actual reason. People were asking. I think one of his stupid bears, like, prove. How did he prove that he had 147 IQ? You want to know what his proof was? He had his mom on a stream, and she said when he was a kid, she had him tested. That was his proof. Not the test itself, just his mom saying that. And of course, Porcelain dug deeper and found out that his mom was like a neo-feminist thing who wrote books about healing powers and stuff. Swear to God, this is all true. Look through Porcelain's timelines. Go to tweets and replies.
Well, I've heard Owen loves his mom and hates his dad.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. So that's like a weird, but yeah, that's extremely tentative at best. Wow, man. He's like, how does anybody at this point go enable this? Like, I understand the ratings he's getting because there's so many people watching him now because he's self-immolating.
Of course.
There's still a whole circle of people giving him money and going, "Amen, Big Bear. You're on the right track, brother." My father was a homeless, crazy drunk who raced homing pigeons in his spare time. And he was less crazy than Owen Benjamin.
Dude, Owen Benjamin has lost it. So again, I wanted to read that email. I wanted you guys to know that
You're going to be fine.
You're going to be
me.
fine, dude.
I don't think Owen's crusades against anybody are going to be successful. If anything, having Owen Benjamin babble about you and rant like a crazy person, it's just if anything, it's a notch on the other side of your belt. You could actually play the victim card now and go, "I'm being harassed by a crazy person with a large
seriously,
platform."
You're right. And the fact that he's a minor, man, really makes it worse.
Go to your parents.
Yeah, no, you know what? That's a good point.
Your parents
Go to your
fucking
parents.
crush this guy. I
That's a good
guarantee
point.
your parents will look into a lawyer and go, "Let's ruin this guy's life."
Yeah, seriously, dude. I would recommend that. Don't let this guy scare you.
Like back in my day, my parents would have just came to your house and fucked you up. Like a couple of uncles and cousins would have just beat the shit out of you on your own driveway. But nowadays, everyone's. But I'm sure you can get a lawsuit going.
All right, we have to go to break. But first, remember, if you want to help us out, go to revengeofthesys.com/XPN. That'll take you to Pro XPN, which will give you the best VPN protection for yourself. And we get a piece of that if you go through revengeofthesys.com/XPN. So if you're going to get VPN anyway, consider going through there. Also, the best way to help us out is patreon.com/we're not sorry. That will we get monthly donations, and we know exactly how much we have to work with for the show. And of course, you go to revengeofthesys.com/donate, and there's a bunch of ways to donate. PayPal, Streamlabs. There's a whole bunch of ways you can help us out. If you don't have any money on you but have to go through Amazon to buy stuff, go to revengeofthesys.com/donate, turn ad blocker off, and you'll see the Amazon banner. Click through that and then shop on Amazon like you normally would, and that really does help us out. Guys, we will be back in 5 minutes. Revenge of the Sys.
The most exciting 2 hours of television is back with an all-new Revenge of the Sys. As Royce and Mersch continue to track an international deep state pedophile ring, their journey to the nation's capital is put on hold as Orlando's best police cops receive a cryptic message from an old colleague.
It's a message from my old partner. He needs to see us in Los Angeles right now. Says it's related to our case.
Do you trust him?
As much as I trust you, partner.
What's to know that? A detour from their original investigation finds these no-nonsense detectives in the middle of Hollywood.
Thanks for meeting me. We can't talk low. They're probably following me.
Who's following you?
The Podesta brothers. They've got eyes everywhere, Lopez.
Now trapped between deep state globalists and the Hollywood elite, Lopez and Mersch are on the case. They're no longer avenging Orlando. They're saving America. And this week, they're taking on Pedowood.
I've been working this case. This Dan Schneider guy, producer at Nickelodeon, he's into kids. Or feet. Or kids' feet.
Yeah, the iCarly guy.
How do you know all this?
Thanks for meeting me.
No problem, Miss Bynes.
This is Amanda Bynes? Jesus, she looks terrible.
Dude, she can hear you.
Watch this week as the web grows bigger, the case becomes more complex, and more older model cars get wrecked and plenty of nameless extras get shot. This week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis, followed by Nazi Lawyer. USA, hotels don't have Netflix.
For this performance in Delaware.
To make your shopping day a little easier.
Mervyn's Dollar Day sale is going on right now, and that means great buys on clothes for kids. All this week, you can save on boys' clothes by Campus Le Tigre. Short-sleeve Le Tigre knits are the shirts all the boys will be wearing back to school.
Do you like pranks, guns, and jokes about retarded people? Well, so do we, but odds are your liberal snowflake friend doesn't. How would you like an easy, cost-effective way of screwing with that friend anonymously without losing your Twitter account? Guns for Tards is the perfect way to trigger SJW anonymously through the mail. For a low fee, your target will receive a beautifully designed professional mailer from our fictional Guns for Tards charity, containing a thank you letter for their donation. They'll be led to believe that money was donated in their name to a charity that advocates Second Amendment rights for the mentally handicapped people in their area. For a few extra bucks, they will receive pictures and a detailed profile of a retarded person who they helped harm. It's all fun and games, well, except for that idiot who gets this in their mailbox and freaks out. Messing with someone through the mail is effective. Most people do it trolling over the internet, but regular mail is way more invasive. Whether it's a boss, an ex, or a liberal professor you don't like, this is the perfect way to screw with someone anonymously for the cost of a cup of coffee. Well, a cup of coffee in Manhattan, in a fancy coffee shop. Check out www.gunsfortards.com and select a package today. Use promo code MERSH for 10% off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. A new night, a new time. The Sully Show returns to More Like Radio, Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern before Dutch and Royce. Tuesday nights will never be the same.
I am the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. I am a thatched roof cottage in Wales. I am the best of Great Britain. I am British Caledonian Airways.
From Time Life Music comes a one-of-a-kind Rat Pack collection, their most bigoted songs. All your favorite once-acceptable hits like Drunk Old Injun.
The drunk old Injun squatting in his teepee, fire water keeping him warm.
Jewish Nose.
She's got a big, beautiful Jewish nose, and it's there 2 minutes early wherever she goes.
Dean Martin singing Chinaman's Chants.
And Mr. Chinaman say in his Chinaman way, a ding-a-ling, a ching-a-chong, a ching-a-chong-choo.
Hugh Stinky Frenchman.
Paris is lovely and Nice sure is nice, and Marseille is charming with champagne on ice. But you stinky Frenchmen haven't a clue. Pew stinky Frenchmen, frog you.
Hey there, Fruity.
Hey there, Fruity, you can do my hair. Hey there, Fruity, don't touch me down there. Hey there, Fruity, again, I don't approve.
And many more.
Second hour, Revenge of the Sis. Monday show. Thank you for staying with us. And for those of you that left, fuck off.
Well, they already fucked off. They can't hear you.
Hey, if you see any of the people that left, tell them to fuck off. Tell them I said.
Yeah, you tell them they didn't leave. We kicked them out.
Yeah. tell them they can't quit because they're fired.
Banned for life. You know, I actually have had that happen to me before.
Really?
I've done I've had the, like, you can't, I'm going to fucking fire you. And I'm like, oh, I quit. I already quit.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
You can't fire me.
You
Yeah.
can't bring me back and then fire me. That's not how this works. They did that in Miami to me.
Wow. That is a funny super chat. €5 from Sean Hodgkin. When's the next Fifth Circle? Also subscribe to PewDiePie.
You're right. Great reference, by the way.
Fifth Circle. Woo! Remember that show?
Yeah, it was fun.
It was a lot of fun. I was in one of the show that was underrated, man. Mike and I doing Fifth Circle, some of those most fun radio I could ever remember doing.
Yeah, and that was back when we just did, like, we'd already burned every bridge.
Yeah.
So our fucking ratings sucked.
Yeah.
But our show was better than everybody else.
It was really good.
Just nobody listened because everyone hated us.
Yeah, no one liked us. And by the way, not much has changed. Everyone still hates us.
No, but the thing is, I think that there's more access now in 2019 with the live streaming. Like, I think technology's caught up. So now we're able to connect with a lot of psychopathic, agoraphobic fucking creeps.
One of us.
Yeah,
One
and
of
I
us.
think that we couldn't find our audience back then because everything was like, oh, check us out on iTunes. Shut up. And now it's like you go live and you can start shit on the internet and people can find you.
Right, yeah, that's a good point.
So I think this is the golden age for this 200 plus sociopaths in this chat.
I love it.
And if you don't watch live, you just don't count as much. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we love you, but you know what? We like you. We don't love you.
Yeah,
That's
and then
how
the people that don't watch live and also don't comment, why do you even fucking come around?
Jesus, they're working, some of them, and they have us headphones in, you know?
All right, so once in a while, right? Hey, guys, good show. Fucking thumbs it up once in a while. Like, do your part. Click the share button. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of us doing all the goddamn
All
work.
the goddamn work?
Why don't you pick up some of the slack?
All right.
If this is, look, we used to have 10 listeners, and they went out and got us fucking where we had 30 listeners.
And you tell two friends?
Yeah. So now we have 200. Why aren't you fuckers getting us 600 now? You're not as good as the old listeners were.
Jesus Christ! Immediately like that? I like all you guys.
I love
except the Puerto Rican ones.
This is the only show where we legit don't abuse our audience, but we're constantly fake abusing our audience.
I know, we do fake abuse them a lot. I fucking love the people that are working. What do you want them to do?
Well, you know, fucking look, do some. You have personal time. Take some PT and fucking spend the day posting our clips on Reddit.
Yeah, take a month off of work.
Do something for somebody.
Start on episode 1.
Do something for somebody other than yourselves once in a while.
Seriously, what about us, guys? Jesus.
Worst listeners ever.
It's fucking terrible.
We're now down to 86 watching live.
Let me tell you something, and I'll say this.
Just watch. Later on, we'll watch the real-time analytics. Wow, 512. Things really hit the wall.
You know why I love the listeners, honestly? People are the YouTube is now terrified of our listeners. I'm sure it was a night wave, it was a day wave. Everybody is terrible when these fucking crazy people go in.
Yeah.
Because they just go, oh fuck, here we go, and they freak out.
Well, I even had a friend of mine say to me, like, you need a break. Look, I've had a friend that's like outside of this universe that's been like, you need to take some time off for you because you seem like a bit unhinged lately. And I'm like, I always seem like Royce has known me longer than any of you people. I always seem like I'm right on the brink.
No, he is, yeah.
And I never, once in a while, I go over for like a week and then I'm fine. But I'm concerning to some people. And I've said, look, they're like, but I understand, like, you know, you and Royce do a solo show, then you do ROTC. You guys are constantly fucking with people on the internet. And then they mentioned you, and they're like, but Royce seems to, like, shut it off at night and go away. And then you just seem to be, like, losing your mind. And I'm like, yeah, because Royce is married. He, like, shuts it off and has dinner with his wife and then goes and has a normal life. I'm like, I have to roll around at 1 a.m. with Ghost House and Executing, just collecting scalps for no reason. You know, just because we're mean people. That was legitimately the quote, and I use those two examples because some of our trolls are now so well known that even if you don't know this universe, You might have heard of those two, and those two were like somebody this person mutually knows. This is the two I used to. I'm like, sir, roll around with those two, just cutting scalps off all night because it's fun. So people know not to fuck around. Look, you remember what happened? I want people to remember. I want people to look back on 2019 and go, remember when Jovi made fun of Mersh's eye? Holy fuck.
Good point.
Nobody ever brought his eye up again after that.
All right. Speaking of professional broadcasters, this is on Anthony's thing. This is Anthony Cumia, as you know.
New?
No. It's not new. It's a couple of years old.
Look at all the filters they use on Anthony.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
It's like he looks like it. He looks like they look like they're using, like when Tarantino makes a movie and he's like, look, okay, I want film from the '60s, okay, I want the original Kujikawa Film Company 1960 film, all right. Like, it looks like they're using like old film.
Only 3 theaters could play it. Like it's very weird.
Oh, we don't have a reel-to-reel anymore.
What do you want to do with this? Can't you just upload it the same way everybody else does? It's way easier.
And I have to be able to say nigger, all right? Like a bunch of times, okay?
All right.
Sorry, we're getting on.
Speaking of saying nigger a bunch of times.
Nice transition.
That's how you do it. Somebody pulled this up from, by the way.
He looks like a Nilla wafer. I'm sorry, someone else.
Yeah, we don't plug them enough. I know Mike has. We haven't done it in a while. There's a lot of fun stuff on Reddit, but the best place on Reddit is the Opie and Anthony Reddit board. You have to go to that board. It's beautiful. Some of the funniest people live in that board.
And they're also the meanest.
Of course.
And they've never liked me. But side note, you brought it up. I went on Braunheiser's stream just one time and made people laugh a couple times. And now my shit doesn't get downvoted into oblivion. It's very weird.
It's weird.
Now everything gets upvoted. I'm like, wow, okay, cool. But they are. Don't go to the O&A subreddit and go, I'm going to start posting. They're going to love my shenanigans.
They're going to hate you.
They're going to fucking eat you alive like piranhas. I don't care how much of a troll you think you are. That is a board you just go to and you read it, and it's brutal.
So this is from a few years ago. I think 3 or 4 years ago. And this is...
He looked like this 3 years ago?
Yeah. This is... Actually, let me give you an exact date. 2014, October 7th.
5 years ago.
5 years ago. Now, a lot of people want to know... But with the Owen Benjamin thing, we've been fortunate enough of watching the demise live. But every once in a while, it's fun to see where Anthony was and where he is now. Okay? This is his guide to dating. Now, remember, in this clip, he's 50-something years old?
Bite her hands!
Okay, well, here you go. Let's check it out. Okay? Rico Suave. Let's check him out.
I just fucking... I'm like the lion in a pride. I just lay there. Bleh, occasionally.
He's doing the humping thing.
Bleh. Then I hop off. Oh, Aliens is on again. And the girls just sit there and go, this is wonderful. For like a month.
Tell me this isn't fucking really weird and gross and you feel uncomfortable, right? This is uncomfortable to watch because there's no co-host at this point to even kind of counterbalance it. You're just getting Keith the cop laughing off camera.
I feel like my body hair just declared war on my skin. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's an insurgency going on in my skin.
It's
oh,
it's like watching your grandfather talk about sex.
Then, not so wonderful. And the second I start hearing things like, we should do something. Yeah, you should do something. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
Huh?
You know what it is?
Show these bitches the door, am I right?
A man in his late 50s.
Yeah, I fuck these bitches and I kick them out. I ain't got time to visit my dying mother. Because I'm like a lion in the pride.
You know what it is to do this? You know what it is he turning yellow, people are saying. It's fucking the cirrhosis. You know what it is to be this? I fuck broads in your late 50s. You know how cringe that is? Do you know how cringe that is?
Honestly, I'm 35 now. I can't imagine talking like that now.
It's embarrassing. I can't either.
And I mean, look, I'm still going to get my fuck on
Yeah.
and things are going to happen. You know what I mean? And I'm all about it. But this whole like, yeah,
bragging
bro,
about it's
getting
gay.
fucking puss. Getting a little puss. Hey, make a take the walk of shame. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ.
He wrote a book.
Well, no, Brad Trackman wrote a book.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
I still feel like, man, that's the kind of stuff I just can't, with the amount of money we make, in good conscience, spend $150 on. But man, this is kind of like when I like am taking a shower and I'm like just daydreaming about like what it would be like if we were a $10,000 a month, patron type podcast. That's the kind of shit I would just waste money on, is an hour Skype session with Brad Trackman. And he better fucking stay on for that full hour or I'm going to demand a refund.
Yeah, Brad Trackman, for those who don't know, he was a comedy school.
Comedy coach.
He's a comedy coach.
Yeah, he's in a comedy school because at least a comedy school, they have the decency to find a local shitty Bananas or a fucking Chuckle Hut and get it on a Sunday afternoon when it's closed and let you learn on a stage. He just Skypes you with you or calls you.
Hold on, let me see here. Brad Trackman. So Brad Trackman's the guy that helped write his book. Why don't we play like a little tiny bit of his set?
Are you sure you want to do that?
Why? Is it good?
Oh, no.
It's not good?
Oh, no.
So
you guys are going to be really, like...
laughing hard?
Your
Your sides are going to be in orbit.
No, you're going to leave angry at us today,
Your
guys.
sides are going to be in orbit. So this is him at a comedy club?
Oh, good. You know what, guys? Good news. At least Royce didn't pick the one I already played. Maybe, this is...
I picked a different... I know which one you played. I picked a different one.
This is probably...
better,
Even
right?
better.
All right.
You're right.
All right. So this is the guy who wrote Anthony Cumia's book, correct? So this is what we're watching. This is Brad Trackman.
Comedy coach extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire. Okay, here we go.
Tonight on Access TV, it's Gotham Comedy Live.
Access TV already off to a good start.
I was told that I wasn't good enough for Gotham.
Why?
For the club. By Chris, whatever the fuck his name was.
Here he is. Steve-O's the host.
All right.
Put your laughing
What's
hats
up?
on.
Nice. All right. Yeah. Well. We do have some pretty women here tonight. Beautiful women always hang out together, but usually have
Ew.
that
Well, first off, bad example.
That was
one friend.
The beautiful women.
Yeah, beautiful.
Look at that Jew broad.
Look at that schnoz.
Wow. Like, can't even hide her power level.
No.
That one friend that's not up to par.
That's the same bit.
He's doing the same set. It's the same set, Mike.
Just want to announce I'm retiring.
He's retiring from the show.
From life. I'm gonna swallow some pills.
Thank you. Don't do that.
And
I
light
don't
a
clean
couple
anything up.
barbecue grills. I'm gonna
Perfect.
see you guys.
All right, see you later. By the way, this was the one that Mike was playing on Nightwave, and I've never seen this guy before. I called the punchline. This is the one that I called the punchline on.
That's right, you did.
Because I was like, this is so hack and paint by numbers.
And I had it paused.
Yeah.
And he's like, watch the punchline, blah, blah, blah. And I unpaused it. It was literally the next words.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus, it's so painful.
This is the one where he says, the girl's always that girl. I figured out I'm that guy.
My friends and I, we call this girl the other girl. I always get the other girl. Then it dawned on me, I'm like, oh my God, I'm the other guy.
I'm pausing because I'm letting the chat room laugh.
He's the other guy.
Mm-hmm. You get it?
Thank you guys.
He looks like Kevin James's brother, King of Queens.
That's true.
Yeah.
I am married 8 years. I've been married for 8 years, and yeah, thank you.
Thank you for the applause break that I had to tell you. Yeah. That I had to thank you for so you would do it because nobody was clapping.
Thank you. I deserve that. Thank you. My wife has issues lately.
Is he
She's
fucking
been having
Bobcat Gold right now?
Yeah.
And now my wife is like telling me I can't go out, and I'm like, I'm gonna go out.
trust issues. It's what she says in her journal. That's right. I read it. It's a good book. It's all about me.
Is he putting on this voice, or is this how he really talks? It kind of sounds
The
put
thing
on a
is-
bit,
no,
right?
But the thing is, like, Brad Trackman is like so how do you say multifaceted and multi-talented. You can't really tell, man. He's just so many different things. You never know what you're gonna get with Brad Trackman.
Brad Trackman is to comedy what Eric Nimmer is to comedy.
She gossips. Women love to talk. My wife cannot shut up. She's like, hey, did you hear about Joe and Lisa? I'm like, yeah, I told you. And I told you not to tell anybody.
So this guy, by the way, looks like he's wearing his older brother's hand-me-downs. He wrote Anthony's book?
Yeah.
It must be a laugh riot,
Like
right?
a writing guy.
And it's only $150 to get a 1 hour Skype sesh?
1 hour for prolific author, biographer, and comedian.
Oh, man.
Brad Trackman.
This is really, really good. Holy shit. Guys, really, I can't play anymore, but I'm very sorry.
I'd
Even
rather
if I have
spend
that
money
out.
on a fucking cameo from Snooki.
Fucking great. Be worth it.
It actually, no, it's $150 for Sean Astin. We could get a cameo from
Rudy.
Sean Astin instead of $150 for Brad Trackman. At least know your worth. Like,
right.
Like if you're Brad Trackman, you go, look, do the math, and you go, what should I be making an hour? Like, I'm better than Brad Trackman. I'll give you comedy advice. I'll charge $30 a Skype session because I'm not a scumbag. All right, $30. I'll sit down there for an hour, and I'll help you out with your dumb punchlines. And at least if you caught me doing that, you go, well, at least he's not being a fucking scumbag.
Right.
That's what you should do. And then you check up on him a little later in life and stuff, like Stetton. And she's doing great. She's fucking out and about. She's on a basketball team. The Pistol Shrimps, I guess it's called. Yeah, she's fucking doing great. Still modeling. She's fucking going out to like concerts and fucking shit and festivals, things like that.
So basically, what he knows about his ex is whatever she posts on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, I think that's why like their life's perfect. I looked at their Facebook and they seem happy all the time. Their fucking marriage looks great. They look like they're rich and successful. They also seem to believe very much in this product called Thrive. Everything on social media is a lie, you pock-faced old fucking wet-brained asshole. You, of all people, should know that everything posted on social media is fake and manufactured, like your numbers. It's compound media.
And like your hair.
Yeah, by the way, your 100,000 paying subscribers number doesn't match with your Alexa rank. Gas Digital Media is doing better than you, bud.
It's great. You know? I got no fucking problems with that. It's fantastic. But some people come here and they just think it's going to be a party. And it is a lot of times like for a party atmosphere, not for a boyfriend-girlfriend dynamic. No.
You know when you're 50-something years old, you shouldn't be saying boyfriend-girlfriend at that point, right? Like, there's a lot about this
No,
guy.
you can. Let's say the mother of your children died during
All right, that's fair.
during a harsh winter.
That's fair.
And then now you're trying to get back out on the scene.
All right, that's fair.
He's gonna be broke and have nobody. Like
He's
do you
already
underst-
broke.
No, but I'm talking about when he's old and dying.
Yeah.
Like you don't hit the peaks that he hit and fuck up both of those things.
It's true.
It's
That's a good
weird.
point. Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know, even if he was like one of these creepy loners like Stern or like one of these, do you think Stern's wife's going to care for him when he's shitting in a bag? They'll have people that do that. But like, even when they're just wheeling Stern out to face a window, he'll have enough money compiled over time that will be cared for. There will always be sycophants to go, get this man's shitbag cleaned out, please.
You're right, yeah.
Whereas he's not even going to have that.
No.
You think Keith the cop's going to fucking wheel around strokey Anth?
No, of course not.
Believe me, I'll romance the pants off you for a month. You will think you're the only fucking girl in town.
By the way, by romance the pants off you, he means spend money. That was always his only game, right? Has been spend money.
By the way, Ant, let me. I've told the story before on other shows.
Do you remember the hot Israeli?
Oh yeah,
from
yeah,
Miami?
yeah.
She was my owner of the owner of my club's girlfriend. Okay, he was Jewish. She was Jewish. It was perfect. Okay, she was the owner's girlfriend. She fucked me, and I didn't even have a car. That's cooler than it's infinitely cooler than anything Ant's ever done.
I just want to say that him talking this cool thing, and let me bring him back down to reality really quick. And I've told the story before, but I'll give you the quick rundown of this. Way back when we started doing radio, way back in the day, we were actually pretty cool with Anthony. I actually helped Anthony set up his thing to broadcast live first and all that stuff. Whatever. So we went over to when his house was at the compound. You know, and his compound was his show. The compound was at his house. You know, in the basement he had that studio, and he invited us over. We went over. But before we went over, his girlfriend at the time, Raylan. Remember Raylan? Tattoo chick, you know, dressed like a Nazi all the time.
Raylan.
Yeah, Raylan. So she was dating Anthony. She's the one that Jill Nicolini burned her passport. That's who the Raylan is. So our buddy John, who's been still doing radio with him now for Hippo Juice, good-looking guy, was at a con. He was, you know, at a Comic-Con dressed like Wolverine, whatever. She ended up liking him, saying he was cute, whatever. She goes, "Oh, I'm going to go visit you guys. You guys are great." Well, she actually flew down to Florida on his dime, by the way, on Anthony's dime, to have sex with John while still dating Anthony. Now, how do I know this happened? Because it was in the air mattress in my guest bedroom, and you heard it. He was like, all right, well, I know what they're doing in there. So
that is some old school lore.
Yeah. So we go back, and then, you know, then we fly to New York. We go to do other stuff, and we go to Anthony's compound. He invites us. I know that she goes into the bathroom with John, and she blows John before we leave, right? Then I see her walk into the house and kiss Anthony right on the mouth. And I was like, oh, boy. Hey, Ant. Hey, Ant, does this destroy your whole macho lion pride thing? Because here's what you are, you cuck. You fucking stand there while a younger, better-looking lion bangs your girls, and they're just letting you put your old dick in them because you had, not have, money. That's what it was. Yeah, of course they're going to fuck you. You think you're the leader in that situation? You're not. They're using you for your money and banging younger dudes all over town, you idiot.
And I know guys like that at least are self-aware, that don't have any, you know, like I know guys that have, I worked in strip club for years. I always had regulars with money that just had these young girls around them, and they had money, but they never pretended that, like, I'm a pimp.
Exactly.
Yeah, fucking, like, I know what this is.
Exactly. But that's what bothers me. This isn't like the old dudes, you know, who want companionship, and then the girl, you know, what's his face? The one who got in trouble, the basketball fucking owner, the basketball owner that got in trouble.
Oh, Sterling.
Yeah, Sterling was like, look, I don't care if you bang him.
That's Sterling. Who's owner?
I think it was Sterling.
Was it?
I think you're right. Look, I don't care if you bang him. Can you not take pictures of every black guy you see? Like, that was the whole problem.
Yeah, it wasn't even the pictures. It was like on Instagram.
Right.
It's like, do I got to see it on Deadline every day?
Yeah. That freeze frame. I didn't just realize, notice the freeze frame. So, Mr. I'm fucking banging broads. Your entire, you know what? Banging broads isn't going to feed you fucking food when you're in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
And
dude?
by the way, guys like John, Sanzari, guys like me, guys like Royce, we've always been the kind of guys that get those kind of girls to take some of your money and then take us out to dinner and fuck
you're
us.
so right.
In your cars.
You're so right.
Like, I've been doing that shit my whole life, and it's way funny. Even if you don't think that's cool, which as I get older, I don't think that's cool, I still think it's hilarious. So, like, I've fucked a lot of rich people's girls on their dime, and it's like, well, you're going to go and go, I'm like a lion in the pride. Yeah. Okay, and I'm like the young lion that's letting you still be the fucking head of the pride because you're the fucking target, pal.
Yeah.
I'll let you get killed, and I'll
By
take
the hyenas,
over. Yeah, and
yeah.
I'll take over when it's my natural time. You know what you are? You think you're the head lion of the pride. You're really Uncle Junior, which is ironic because that was his fucking fake Twitter account was Corrado Soprano. You are Uncle Junior. They put you at the top, so you're a figurehead, so you could take all the shit, pal. But nobody actually respects you behind the scenes. You're not the real boss.
Fucking the levels of he's unaware, and I think sad. You know, you said that maybe they think he's sick. I think depression's setting in. I think sadness is setting in. I think, which, like, you know, you thought you were going to leave this Opie and Anthony thing, and you thought you were going to be this big fucking, and you weren't.
Well, and I think too, it's starting to set in not only that he didn't succeed, but that he is the reason why he didn't succeed.
Exactly.
Like, he could have made all the right moves and been, you know, a funnier version of Gavin. But man, he fucked up. Every chance he had to fuck it up, he made. You damn well believe he fucked it up every chance he got. That fucking meme with the guy that sticks the stick in the spoke of the bike, that's Anthony every year. Every year he sticks a stick in the spokes.
Then I get a little tired.
You know how gross that is, seeing an old man do that?
Lions.
Funny,
They just
dude.
go,
It's comedy.
Yeah.
If I had
that-
and this is 5 years ago, so this is still like peak Ant with money.
Yeah, this is when he had money. Yeah,
It's like when he just got fired, but he still, you know, money. He's drinking Bud Lights.
It's everything about
Like,
him.
I
is
drink
trash.
Bud Light because I'm poor. I would never not have fancier beer if I was
You had money,
If I
yeah.
had that money. He's always sipping on
He
them
loves his Bud Light, dude.
Bud Lights, and he loves them school buses,
Yep, it's weird, right?
literally and figuratively.
That doesn't mean that when I start communicating with girls on Twitter and Facebook
who have braces and are in high school.
You know, you're fucking.
Well, I'm just giving context to his story.
You're just nitpicking.
that you fucking assholes got to badmouth me to these chicks. Don't cock block me. So many girls. Not only so many, every fucking girl that I talk to on Twitter that has had the joyful experience of coming here and speaking.
That's really
Joyful
creepy.
experience? That's like what a serial killer says, right? Joyful experience of coming here?
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
Big ups review, bro.
With me in person, they always wind up telling me, wow, a lot of people said a lot of like shit about you to me on Twitter. It's like, look at the source, man. There are these guys that want to fuck you, that are pissed that I very shortly will be fucking you.
Big sips today.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
ERA in the chat.
I award you-
Mersh's smile and optimism gone.
Mersh, you used to have such a sweetness about you.
You look like Big Bear. What is going on with you? You know what it is? I've had so many people this week tell me they want to kill themselves, and now I think I want to do it too after watching this.
And they get all upset about it.
But Anthony, here's the thing, bud. They're banging you because you have money. You'll never know love. Like, you'll never know what it means somebody actually loving you or caring about you.
Yes.
And having money doesn't even, because there's a lot of people that have money that have found. Like, I'm sure sometimes you see people that have been married, that have been married for a long time, and they become rich and they stay together. Like Matt Damon and his wife, right? His wife is not a good-looking woman. She married her when she was like,
early in the game. She locked him in.
You can tell they're still together. Like you'll never find.
I'm sure they have an understanding.
I'm
You know what
sure.
I mean?
He's
And it's
Matt
like it
Damon.
is what it is.
Right.
But like you also notice, you never see it in the papers.
You're right.
You don't see Matt Damon out flaunting none of that puss.
Nope.
So
He's not going on a show and doing this.
This is like what. This is why, like, even in the 1950s and stuff, like all these people, almost all of them cheated on each other. But we had a sense of decorum and shame back then. So at least it wasn't all in the fucking papers and shit. You know what I mean?
Angela in the chat goes, he doesn't believe in love anyway. He said that on Rogan. No. Love doesn't believe in him. It's not that he doesn't believe in love. It's that, again, he's failed at everything, including that. You know? He's failed at everything, including that.
Do you know what Anthony did once?
He got catfished by someone pretending to be an underage girl and sent MacBooks to people that were clearly underage. Is that what you were going to say? Because he did that.
I don't. And you could do that. I don't believe in love, but that's just because that would require effort. It's not. It should never be a source of pride that you're incapable of interpersonal relationships. That shouldn't be a source of pride for anybody. It's something I'm working on. I'd like to not die alone. I'd like to maybe have kids, but like, I understand I work on a lot of shit. But you'll never hear me. If we got Cumtown money tomorrow, and I had some nice house, you wouldn't get Instagram videos of me with broads. Like it's never how I've been. Royce knows that.
No, it's true.
It would be the same level of social media appearances. You go, where's Murray? You got all his money. Like, yeah, he's probably banging 2 whores. But it's like you don't have to put it on Instagram. You don't have to show what a virile man you are.
God, that's so cringe, dude.
Just do it, and then do your fucking show, do your content or whatever. Christ.
He was fucking around with a girl in a jacuzzi with his girlfriend right there at a party.
Yeah, the problem wasn't you were fucking around with a girl in a jacuzzi. The problem is that her mom had to go pick her up afterwards. You fucking lunatic. And by the way, this isn't a lie. He did for a long time bang and talk about it. No, I bang and dating a 17-year-old girl. This isn't like...
No, that was real.
That was 100% real.
That is 100% a real thing that happened. That was her name was Ileana Kennedy. I'll say it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't care either.
Her name was Ileana Kennedy. Her dad was a producer for I think CNN. It was like he was a liberal guy. He was like a Clinton bird, but he was like he was I think from like the Red Eye crowd going on Fox. That's how they met. And remember they had to pose with the parents, with the parents and the girl and him at Christmas. Yeah, man.
That's right. And he wants to bang his cousin, too. We also played that.
I couldn't date a 17-year-old, even now at 35. I mean, she would have to be some fucking Saudi Arabian beauty queen / princess that the Saudis were giving to me and marrying me into some Game of Thrones type shit. But you'd never see me pursuing a 17-year-old. I must have you, my dear.
No, because everyone's all been talking about this whole R. Kelly thing because of that documentary that came out. But is there much of a difference here? Like, really, think about it. Is there much of a difference?
Do you have your passport? Did you see that? Did you see that video?
No.
Oh my God, that was we played that. I posted it on our Facebook page. There's clips of R. Kelly in Ethiopia singing "Who Wants to Come with Me to America." Like it was like, boy, I swear to God,
Dude, he's
it's the
fucking
creepiest
crazy.
thing ever. It was so bad.
All right, enough about this. Enough about this guy. All right, so I have a couple songs I want to play. Do you want to play the good one first or the bad one first? We'll play both.
But like, I'm gonna get angry.
You're gonna get angry at one, and you're gonna love the second one. I promise.
Do the angry one first.
Angry one first. Okay. The Deplorable Choir.
I don't know if I can get angry anymore because these dumb whores.
Has a new song.
I love making fun of these
The
dumb
Deplorable
whores.
Choir has a new song, making the right look cringe as fuck. The name of this song is
Fake Southern Accent.
National emergency.
These are the type of people that go like, we're countries here, we love America, and you see they drive like a Hyundai Santa Fe. Fuck yourselves.
Hyundai Santa Fe. All right, national
Well,
emergency.
they have plants in America now. Shut up.
Yeah, but all the money's going to Korea, stupid.
Stupid whore.
The deplorable choir.
People enjoy this unironic.
Yep.
They want your wallets. They want your guns. They want the wieners off your sons.
At this point, no. At this point, they're mocking you. They're mocking you. There's no way. This is like a serial killer.
They call us controlled opposition. This us?
This is like a serial killer who hides in plain sight. Like, it just straight up mentions during dinner that they murder people and everybody laughs. Oh, stop. Now they're mocking you. This is literally going like, we're going to do the most ham-fisted, clearly we're mocking you kind of song. And it's the biggest hit they have.
Diane Butler goes, R. Kelly is way worse. Let's not get crazy. Wait a second. R. Kelly used to hit the women, right? Anthony has bit a woman. He got his guns taken away because he bit a woman.
I watched him abuse a woman live on Periscope. He was the first person to ever have a domestic violence situation live streamed on Periscope. My new comedy special.
Anthony's in the ethno state, isn't he? The Italian ethno
Look,
state.
I can put up with people moral fagging and defending almost any indefensible person on this show except Anthony Cumia. You could even come at me with that weak-ass Mike Enoch shit, and I'll deal with it. But don't defend Anthony fucking Cumia. Seriously, I'll have people tell me I was out of line with Norton. I'll take that abuse. But don't ever defend Anthony. He's the most indefensible human. From what we know about him, on the air and from what we know off the air and from what we know through other people, right? Like, we can agree, there's one person we can agree, do not defend Anthony Cumia on my timeline. Thanks.
All right. Sorry, deplorable choir, national emergency. I apologize.
Want the wieners off your sons.
Oh, the Jews.
They'll run you like a tiger on flat.
They turn your foreskins into beauty cream.
And we'll be Venezuela fast. Democrats.
Bitch, you can't even spell Venezuela.
No, she cannot.
I bet you can't tell me what the capital of Venezuela is.
Democrats.
It's Caracas.
They'll promise free shit.
In case anyone was wondering.
Well, I watch Narcos.
They'll promise free shit like AOC and tax us all at 70.
They're not even trying anymore.
No, they're
right?
just saying words, dude. Then we're going to keep playing it,
They're
but
just reading Breitbart articles now and singing them.
1,000 likes, 157 dislikes. And I'm sure the comments are all MAGA boomers saying how great they are.
And if you are okay with that,
And this is the kind of goofy shit that like Jovi Val and his girlfriend Kat Snyder would be dancing around on a stage to for fucking clicks.
Girlfriend?
Stop. Just let go.
You said it.
No, I meant that as like a, like your bud, your pal.
Right, and probably having sex.
That's only how I.
I said probably.
You said it. I didn't.
Maybe.
Say that.
We don't know.
I didn't say that.
I don't know if that's true.
I didn't say
that's what somebody said.
But
I don't know if
no,
it's true.
what I'm saying is, you said that. I didn't say that.
Black wife.
You said that. I didn't say. I want to emphasize.
I said probably.
I didn't say that.
That doesn't mean you are. Like, we don't know for sure Charlie Kirk's having sex with Candace Owen, but if I were to go, Mike, do you think they are? What would you say?
Absolutely.
Okay, so then you understand where I'm coming from.
So I'm just, we're basing this.
Legal's just 100% confirming without even saying
Well,
probably. I love Legal.
Legal Latino Heat is one of our field reporters.
He is.
And I got to say, I stand by our people's reporting.
We do. We stand by it.
So whatever. But like this is the kind of shit they would goof around and dance on stage and go, this is going to save America. Because none of you have any credibility. Everyone's trying to sell 5XL t-shirts. And I don't. And I'm not going to stand for it.
No, not.
Fucking Queensryche
I
fan.
hope you
That's what he
like-
looks like, a
He
Queensryche
does.
fan.
The
Silent Lucidity was one of the greatest songs It was on the top 40 for like a year and a half. Okay, and CM Punk was a champ for a year and a half too, and look where he is now.
Love cans. Democrats.
Prussian blue was so much better, Reggie says.
Oh, Trump, help us, please. It's a national emergency.
You know what the worst part about these scum fucks is that them and all the QAnon faggots and these losers, like we're already, what is it, fucking 2019. We're a year away from where we have to actually start playing nice with these scumbags again. Because we will have to.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
I know.
We all got to strap in, and we're going to have to try to get this fucking orange asshole fucking elected again, even though it's probably not going to happen. We're going to do our goddamn damnedest, which means we have to not shoot and do friendly fire shit, and it's just going to be fucking hard. I'm already not looking forward to 2020, man.
Just voted in more small breads. Democrats.
Goddamn Mexicans. We're going to gas them one by one. Right, yo, chill.
Well, that's a deplorable choir. And now I promise you that I would play a good song, too. This is Licavelli.
I don't think this is going to be a good song.
I promise you by the end of it, you're going to love it. This is Licavelli, okay? I'm not even going to tell you what the title is.
Is it like Flockavelli? Flocka.
Hello? Anybody can be my nigga, man. To be real, everybody a nigga to me. You know what I'm saying? I say my nigga all the time. You know, I be a white dude, black people, you know what I'm saying? Don't matter who it is. I just be like, yo, what's good, my nigga? You know what I'm saying?
I love this guy. I appreciate this sentiment, by the way.
The word only have as much power as you put into it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta tap into a deeper level, you know what I'm saying? Think higher.
Let the white kid say nigga. 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 They probably gonna say it anyway. They already say it every day. White girl.
How do you not love this guy?
I mean, it's...
How do you not love this guy? I love this guy. He's my hero.
He's not wrong. I mean, like, to be honest with you, every time they try to beat up or fuck with people that say nigga, they're always going after all these people where they're saying it, but it's coming from the right place. It's not like... I understand if some guy goes, you're a bunch of goddamn niggers. I understand punching that guy in the face. You know, he kind of knew he was going to get punched. But this whole thing against, like, nigga, the only people saying that are people like me that are like, nigga, stop it. Like, it's... I don't mean that, you're subhuman piece of ape shit. No, I'm like, you know, what's up, nigga?
Let the white kid say nigga. They probably gonna say it anyway. They already say it every day. White girls ain't tripping, boo.
Like
white
this new Christian Adam G
too.
song.
It's really good.
Let the white kid say nigga. 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 They probably gonna say it anyway. They already say it every day. White girls ain't tripping, boo. White man be my nigga too. I don't fight hate with hate. No. Keep the hate out my face. People be so amazed by what I'm about to say. Okay. Everybody is a nigga. White, black, yellow, brown. Really? Skin color don't matter. You can still be down.
You can always, by the way, you can always tell who the real hood niggas are that rap, besides the fake ones. The real hood niggas really don't care about that word because
they don't.
They have sold drugs for so many years to people of all colors that say that word that they don't care.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, like if you go, hey man, yo, you really hooked it up last time. Yeah, no, I did the same thing this time. Yo, thanks, my nigga. Like he's gonna lose a client over that shit? No.
I ain't never been racist. Yeah. I ain't never been dumb. Either smart or you stupid.
I love the cheap hotel room this is filmed in. I love this guy.
Everything about
this guy's my idol.
You can only pick one. Started out Pangea, then the Continental Drift. Different sides of the equator. Now we look like this. My brother, my sister.
All right, I got a prediction for you. He's not a great rapper. It's all right. I do like the message, but because of the message and because, hear me out on this. He's going to end up getting a lot of fucking spokesmodel stuff because he's actually a good-looking dude, but he's not the best rapper.
Right.
So this guy's going to end up being some kind of fucking... That's my prediction.
Okay.
They're going to keep this guy around now because I hope, because we need a little more unity. I'm tired of fighting everybody, especially the blacks.
Yeah.
Like, fighting the blacks is the biggest I've said from day one, is the biggest waste of energy culturally. It really is dumb in America. In Europe, you might be able to get away. Like in Finland, you want to kick out all the blacks. I get it. It's a feasible plan. But in America, it's like
not.
this is like two people going in halves on a lunch. Like this is kind of our country now. So we need to stop fighting the Blakes.
Don't we all bleed red? Don't we all shit brown? Yeah, you heard what I said. So what he said, nigga. Am I supposed to get mad? No, my favorite color green. Can it help me get a bag? Let the white kid say nigga. 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 They probably gonna say it anyway. They already said
It's very good.
every day. White girls, I ain't tripping, boo. White man be my nigga too. Let the white kid say nigga. Let the white kid say nigga. Let the white kid say nigga. Let the white kid
He gets the two.
say nigga. They probably gonna say it anyway. They already said every day. White girls, I ain't tripping, boo. White man be my nigga too. What would Martin Luther King say? What would Martin Luther King do? Had a dream about white women. Got me feeling like a king too. Free at last, free at last. Got friends, tell them come through. One white girl, one black. Bust two nuts, 1, 2. Can we all get along? What has the world come to? I just think we should love. We should kick it like kung fu.
He's gonna lose people with this.
The moonwalking, the Confederate flag.
Yeah, you're gonna lose people on this one, dog.
Fight over coloring. Them are Crips and Republicans. We should focus on some other shit, like improving the government. You ain't no different from me. Ain't you from Adam and Eve? You can say nigga with me. Don't you be trying to be mean? Got the blood of a king. It ain't no hate in my heart. I forgive y'all ancestors. Can't let it tear us apart. Let the white kid say nigga. Let the white kid say nigga. Let the white.
So, by the way, if you ever want to know whether you're allowed to say the word, we have not gotten permission.
Wait, this just in. I got breaking news. Licavelli has been murdered in a drive-by shooting. Yeah, the Jews were not going to allow
They didn't
this.
like that?
No.
That sucks. That was fast.
Yeah.
That was the quickest ever.
Yeah,
They're
they're
playing
not
around.
Even, they're not even going to let him get a deal.
Oh,
this
and the
time.
drive-by has been ruled a suicide. That's really weird.
Very weird. Too.
How did that happen?
What he did, he's very fast.
Okay. He's very fast.
White kids say nigga. Let the white kids say nigga. They probably gonna say it anyway. They already say it every day. White girls, I ain't tripping, boo. White man be my nigga too. Let the white kids say nigga. Let the white.
Bravo to this man, Licavelli. It has 200,000 views. He put it out in July, but now it's just started to. It just started to take off.
Because it's 2019 and we want to say nigga.
Yeah, we do. And are you allowed to say it?
We
Yes,
want
you
to
are.
say the N-word.
We do.
I
All
think,
we wanna
honestly,
do
though, ironically, the N-word meme
is my
what,
favorite.
Is what revived this, though. Because
I
that's
think
what
you're
started.
right. You're right.
The N-word meme started, and I think people were looking around and said, wait, let the white kids say nigga. This is the...
I think, man, we've come to the end of the show. Let's
get at it. Let's go to Snark off early. There's a black guy goes, well, what are you, sprinkling that shit on cheeseburgers?
And I do have something for everybody to ponder. Can Earthworm Jim say the N-word? I want you guys to think about that and report
Yes.
back to... I wanted... Okay, but why do you think he's allowed?
Why shouldn't he be?
That's a good point. Thank you, guys.
I mean, after what those niggers did to his planet.
Oh, come on! Well, that's how we end the show today, folks.
Bo and Benjamin can say it. I can say
That's
it.
right. That's how we end the show today, folks. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We will be back tomorrow with a fresh new show. I'm assuming there's a Nightwave tonight.
Yeah, I'll be there, you fucks.
Man, you are really cranky.
It's been a weird weekend, man.
And, of course, you could always subscribe to Daywave, youtube.com/Daywave Live. I'll be live tomorrow at 10 a.m. We will see you tomorrow where the Revenge of the Sis in Porcelain. Finish the documentary.
Yeah,
stop with
doing,
these teasers.
Yeah, stop doing fucking live streams with Braunhauser. Do your job.
Yeah, stop Blue Ball. You were on that live stream, too.
The fuck am I paying you $5 a month for?
Thanks for listening, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. Revenge of the Sis.